Hello again, I am Blunty. These are my glasses. I've had them for quite some time, like more than 15 years, probably closer to 20 now that I really think about it. But chances are, very few of you here on YouTube have actually seen me wear them. Partly because I often took them off while on camera because of reflections and such, and partly because around about 612 days ago, they broke in half. I did, repair them with some gaffer tape for emergency uses, just in case I really needed to see something tiny. But in hindsight, coming up to this exact point in time, repairing them with green gaffer tape probably wasn't the best and brightest idea I've had, because this probably looks really weird. Anyway, because I'm not very good at being an adult and my prescription is pretty minor, only correcting for quite mild astigmatism, I can get by pretty well without them for everything but very small text and stuff. So I never bothered to get them fixed or replaced for those almost 2 years after they broke. Until last week, that is, when I finally got around to going into an optometrist and resitting a new eye exam, because you should do that if you haven't had an eye exam in ages. And the fact that my old optometrist had long since gone out of business, and I didn't keep a note of my active prescription, so I didn't even have my prescription to give to an optometrist, and they would have forced me to sit an eye exam anyway if I hadn't sat one in the last 2 years when ordering new glasses, because of some sort of legal requirement, apparently. Anyway, so I had my eyes retested, and I got new glasses, which you can see right here. These are really quite nice, very light, very comfortable. I really quite like the way they look. A bit fancy. They are about $600 and something worth of frames, because if you go to an optometrist, all their frames are overpriced designer frames, and it's such a lot of money to spend on glasses. But I thought, well, my job is looking at computer screens all day, every day, and photography and video and lots of reading and stuff, so probably best not to skimp on corrective eyewear if you do what I do and you need to use your eyes all day, every day for, detail work and reading and sitting in front of screens. And glasses tend to be sort of a buy once, cry once kind of expense. I mean, these glasses I got, actually, just the green screen. I'll hold them here. Can you see them, right? Except for the green bit. My old glasses lasted me quite some time. Like, I got them almost 20 years ago, and until they broke, they were doing fine. There was a little bit of a scratch on the lens, and the anti-reflective coating had long since worn off, but they still did their job. They sat on my face, and they didn't fall off, and they corrected my vision. It was fine. And with a bit of luck, I get even half that sort of lifespan out of these new fancy glasses that I bought. But just in case I manage to break these before their natural lifespan is up, or just in case I lose them or something, I thought it might be a good idea to have a spare set of glasses sitting in a drawer somewhere. So I went onto one of those super cheapo online glasses places in China, where you can get sort of glasses for, the starting price is like $20 or something, and I bought a pair of spare glasses. Now that I had a copy of my proper prescription, I made sure to get it from my optometrist. I wrote it down. I took a photo of the prescription, so I had it in my phone, and I synced that photo to my cloud storage, so no matter what happens, I've always got a copy of my prescription somewhere, so if I ever need to order new glasses, I can. But I bought these ones for about $50 worth all up, in frame, shipping, lenses, the whole shebang, and they're fine. I quite like the way these look as well. I actually got some clip-on sunglasses stuff for them as well, which, they're kind of... I might actually get around to ordering another set of glasses with properly tinted frames or transitions or something, but for a backup pair of glasses, it's going to sit in a drawer until and unless I need them. These are fine. They're a bit sort of tight on my temples, and the sort of curve of the arm there doesn't quite curve at the right spot over my ears, which is one of the things that makes it important to go into an optometrist when you're sitting and getting glasses. That's one of the benefits. You get to try on the frames before you buy them and things like that. But when they're as cheap as these, even if they fit just okayish as a backup pair, it's fine. In a rather bizarre coincidence, however, like an hour after I bought these from a cheapo online place, I got an email from a different cheapo online place, also in China, saying, "Hey, would you like to review our glasses?" And I was like, are you stalking my social media or something? Are you just trawling through Twitter posts, and every time someone says new glasses, you find out who they are? If they're someone who has a social media following or a YouTube channel or something, you just email them. It felt kind of creepy. But they offered to send me a free pair to check out and do a review of the service. So that's what this video is going to wind up being. And that's what these glasses are. Now, First things first, the arrangement for this review sample was such as they sent me a coupon code that was the equivalent of about $37 worth of order. They told me the code would cover the cost of a frame, standard lenses, the 1.50s, and free shipping. However, they also told me they would have my glasses processed with some automatic upgrades that would otherwise be upsell options. These slightly lighter and thinner 1.56 lenses and anti-reflection coatings were to be included. The thinner lenses and the anti-reflective coating would have been about a $15 upsell price, so still pretty damn cheap. So as they arrived, including express shipping, which from the moment I ordered them to them manufacturing them, making the lenses, to shipping them out to them arriving in my post office box, was about 8 days. And that shipping would have cost about $13. Frames, the upgraded lenses, the anti-reflecting coating, the shipping, all that sort of stuff, this would have been, if I'd spent my own money on them, a $50 pair of glasses, basically. Now, I can't say much about the packaging. They sent them to me in a simple, thinly padded envelope. Within it, a pretty decent generic hard case protected the glasses within, and it did that job perfectly well. I'd have felt more confident with some more significant padding. It made me a bit nervous when they arrived like this, but one has to assume that if this packaging was an issue, they'd have already upgraded their methods, wouldn't they? And by the way, that's almost identical packaging to how the Zenni ones arrived as well, except Zenni went to the extra expense of getting their own branded padded envelopes. The hard case is solid feeling, a nice, strong, sort of snappy hinge, but sort of the general build quality, the impression you get is it's probably not going to last a hell of a long time rattling around in your bag or something, but it's good enough for now, and, you know, no serious complaints, considering the overall cost of the thing. I was honestly expecting nothing more than a little baggie, which they also send you, by the way. You get the baggie and the hard case, so it's nice. They also send you the standard sort of microfiber cleaning cloth, and that does have their brand printed on it. But rather welcomely, and unlike the other cheapo glasses I got, these ones came with a little repair kit as well. A little teeny tiny keyring screwdriver with flathead and Phillips head options, spare little nose resty, I don't even know what you call those, the nasal support devices. I guess, and about half a dozen spare screws in there as well. So that's really nice and quite unexpected for the price. Now, as far as for the glasses specifically, I chose the frames they identify on their site as frame number BNK2009M in brackets C22, which I think refers to the color option, because they do come in 3 different color options. They are a medium-sized frame. I like the look of them. Pretty subtle, a little bit elegant, and professional-looking, thin metal half frame, also known as a semi-rimless frame. And Firmo lists them as a $24 frame. $650-odd frame? $24 frame. I mean, and the general quality seems quite remarkable for the price, I have to say. I've had simple non-prescription sunglasses that cost more than twice these cost, and they weren't made half as well. I mean, it's not mind-blowing, it's just noticeably better than I expected for a $25 pair of frames. Time will tell on just how well they wear. Will the coating chip off? Will the fittings and hinges stay secure? We'll see. But on first blush, the lenses are fitted very well. The metal feels strong and is heavily resistant to bending. The temple hinges feel tight and smooth. Overall, I have absolutely no complaints about them whatsoever. And quite frankly, compared to my sort of nearly $700 worth of fancy optometrist designer glasses, I feel like a bit of an a-hole for spending that much money on these, when these are just as comfortable, just as light, basically. Well, maybe slightly heavier, but once you've had them on your face for a few minutes, you never even notice them anyway. And I really quite like them. I mean, they certainly fit and feel better than the other cheapo glasses I got for around about the same price, but that's a difference in the frames, really. Optical quality, I mean, when I put these on my face compared to when I put these on my face, it feels like the prescription is exactly as well executed. The lenses don't have sort of any fuzziness or anything to them as far as the material goes. The anti-reflective coating, I mean, it's not, you can see the reflecting, but I mean, it's not magic, but it's certainly a little bit better than I don't get as much glare and things like that bouncing through the insides of them and things like that, because I have worn these outside, of course, while I was testing them. And these ones that don't have the sort of special anti-reflective coating do sort of tend to suffer that. They're a little bit glary, a bit more. So while I'm not fully confident in sort of buying sort of a super cheapo pair of glasses for your one and only or main pair of glasses or something like that, I would still recommend sort of going to an optometrist and investing in a decent pair and getting professional advice and professional fitting and having your eyes examined properly and everything like that. But if what you want is a spare pair of glasses, or what you want are fashion options, or different options, like maybe I'll order another pair of these almost identical but with tinted frames or with transition lenses so I can wear them outside and not have to go like this all the time, squinting in the sunlight, because I'm very photosensitive. I need sunglasses when I'm outside. Or you just want sort of different frame options. You want a pair to wear while you're playing sports that have impact resistant frames, and you want a pair to wear in the office where you need to feel professional and fancy, and you want a different pair to, it's maybe a bit more ostentatious or colorful and stuff when you're sort of going out for the weekend and things like that. I mean, for the kind of prices that Firmoo want for their glasses, you can have sort of a drawer full of different options for really not that very much money. And even if all you want is just a spare pair, just in case your primary glasses break or get lost or whatnot, I have no hindrance with recommending them. I mean, the website is nice, the service seems fine, the quality of these sort of, so I'm only looking at one pair out of sort of dozens and dozens of options they got on their site, but there's nothing I can complain about the fit, feel, quality, or optical performance of these glasses that would say, no, stay away from the cheapo ones. I'm quite honestly surprised. Now, when Firmoo sent me the email, they did suggest that I sign up for their affiliate thing and sort of give you guys a code that they could track so they could tell how many of you bought glasses off the recommendation that I made in this video and things like that. I don't want to mess around with any of that. It seems like more trouble than it's worth. I mean, the few dollars it might put in my pocket at the end of the day, I can't be bothered with it. But they do have a buy one get one free thing going on at the moment. I'll put that link in the down below area. I don't know how long that's going to last for, but even at bog standard prices, it's still pretty decent value as far as I'm concerned. I might order a few more pair. In fact, I might email the other people back and see if they can send me some more coupon codes so I can try out a few different variations, like the transition lenses and things like that. See how they go. So yeah, thanks for watching. I am Blunty, and I will catch you next time. And why don't you also pop in the down below area which frames you actually like on me better? Sort of my expensive ones, the Firmoo ones, or the sort of cheapo Clark Kent bog standard backup pair that I got. Wow, I can really tell the difference between the anti-reflective coating between these two. Well, they could probably do with a clean as well, but yeah, definitely go for the anti-reflective coating if you're sitting in front of a computer and camera and stuff with lights in your face. If you need to wear them while streaming or something, that's a big difference. Yeah. I don't know. What do you reckon? I mean, these ones are by far the most comfortable ones, but I do quite like the subtle look of these. I'm going to turn in one of those a-holes with just a collection of glasses, aren't I? Every time on video, I'm going to be wearing a different set of glasses. I've never cared about fashion before, but the opportunity to have just a bunch of different glasses options for relatively cheap, I feel tempted. Thanks for watching. I'm Blunty. We'll catch you next time.